The patrol has an influence, of course. I think he said at half-time, but more than the usual here. Yes or no on text. I've liked Gary Mason a lot for Dunfermline today on a day of successes for the home team. But Rangers are going to have to go for it, Chick, aren't they?
Yeah, Ali McLeish decided to gamble with shot at our lads. He's going to bring him on. He has to get something out of this game. He's had a word with them, obviously the injury problem, but they're going to gamble him. On the surface, shot at our lads, he will be introduced to try and salvage something for Rangers.
It's probably the sort of Sunday afternoon where he's a bit reluctant to get those layers off, but he's going to have to.
I think the gamble's wise, to be honest, Rob. Rangers aren't creating too much in the final third at the moment, and
it's that
he's the one guy
vital spark, isn't it, that's missing?
That's right, yeah, and he's the guy who could probably do it.
It's going to be Michael Moles to come off. Darren Young's free kick. An easy collection job for Stefan Klos. Too long from Vanoli, although it might just work out. Derek Stilley well away from his work area. Mistake by Henningberg and a good recovery from Michael Ball. Otherwise Stevie Crawford was in again.
Great recovery from Michael Ball there. He's been one of Rangers' better players today.
Austin starts. Lovenkrantz. Shot at Avalanche. I won't want to be shivering on the touchline for too much longer. That tracksuit could be back on again shortly. Chris Burke, Stephen Hughes. No problem that one for Lee Bullen, right down his throat. Darren Young knocks it over and beyond Henningberg, encouraging Stevie Crawford to use his pace and power. Chick, do you want to give a cup of coffee to Shota Avalanche and just keep him warm over there?
Well, he's doing nothing. He's going to get me one, actually.
Still waiting to make the change, Rangers. Austin start to Moles. Through for Chris Burke, good goalkeeping. Derek Stilley read the situation well.
Great anticipation from Derek Stilley there. Good hands. He's done an excellent match so far.
Gives a defence confidence, doesn't it, when you see your goalkeeper doing this?
Almost like a sweeper there from great anticipation.
Not as impressive with their passing in the second half Dunfermline as they were in the first.
That's a lot down to what Rangers have done, Rob. They've actually pressed the game higher up the pitch and get involved a bit more this half. They've been the better side, Rangers, I think, overall in the second half. But Dunfermline still have the lead, so they, you know.
And still poor shot at Waits. This could be a vital title day. Rangers one down at Dunfermline. The gap could stay at 8 points between the top two, and Celtic would see that as a massive boost. Big Brewster. Henningberg intercepted his pass.
Darren Young wasn't too happy when they chose the wrong option there on the pass and gave him a mouthful.
Lovenkrantz to Hughes. Chris Burke. Eddie Loston starts. Header on target. But didn't really carry an awful lot of power behind it.
Good delivery again. A good defender, just as enough. Andy Todd to put Egglestuff off there. That's good defending.
Hold up work done by Brewster. This time he does find Darren Young. And he picks out Stevie Crawford. Off Paolo Vanoli, out for the throw. Out to the long waits. Another shot at Avaladze. He'll now get on the pitch as replacement for Michael Moles. Avaladze's missed the last 3 games for Rangers, but remains their top scorer with 10. And the gamble here is that he adds to that 10 and sparks a Rangers fight back. I really wonder how the pitch will affect his knee trouble that he's recovering from. Barry Nicholson's cross. Berg won the header against Brewster. Wilson. Dixon launches it downfield. Controlled header from Andy Todd to Scott Wilson. They really have been very polished in defence, Dunfermline. What's the news of Michael Molchek?
I think it's all a hamstring problem. He's come off there just with nothing too major. I don't think they've got it in time, but just getting cheap, a little bit cheap with the ice and the hamstring time coming down. And actually, I'm now getting told that somewhere above the back, I'm actually getting signals from the bench here to signify they might be blaming the pitch on this injury. We may find out that after the game, but the suggestion is it's actually maybe his lower back that's been hurt, Rob, but they're blaming the pitch anyway.
We rely on your medical know-how, you know that. So it's somewhere between his
never good.
It's somewhere between his neck and his ankles, would that be fair?
I'm blaming the pitch anyway.
Peter Lovenkrands has a chance. Out came Derek Stilley to narrow the angle.
Yeah, Lee Bullen got caught on the wrong side there. Great ball inside him. Derek Stilley did brilliant to come out and narrow the angle.
Manoli's corner. Again, it's good work from Derek Stilley. He was under pressure as he punched clear. A trip by Burke, a free kick for Dunfermline, the trip on Dempsey. Next week, it's Motherwell Celtic, and of course the Tennant Scottish Cup third round draw from 2:20 next Sunday. We're at Fir Park, and we've had some thrills there before. Berg clears. Now ball. Avaladze played inside Skerla for Burke. Andrea Skerla was quick enough to recover. Avaladze, Hughes, Bob Malcolm, shot blocked by Wilson. Malcolm again. Avaladze, Bob Malcolm has a chance. He slipped as he struck it. It went wide. Frustration for Alec McLeish, frustration for Rangers.
Yeah, frustration for Rangers. I think it's a marvellous chance from there. Good interplay, shot out Avaladze. Just from the connection there, it just slips. Good play, great little weighted pass in from Avaladze. The tight angle for Malcolm.
And the reaction there, which tells all. Are Dunfermline sitting in too deep, Derek?
I think that's down to Rangers because they've got well on top of the game in the second half. Osterstad did well since he came on, holding the ball up and getting more runs from young Chris Burke and Lovenkrands on the far side in behind the defenders and turning them more than they were in the first half.
Dunfermline thinking about another change. Could be Noel Hunt to come on this time. Stevie Crawford keeping possession under pressure. Does it so well for Dunfermline and Scotland. Well, no chance, Gary Mason.
There's a problem you have with the pitch there. At times, just runs the ball, runs it quickly out the pitch, and you can't judge the weight of the pass.
This is so much the pitch there, the tarmac that he was in trouble from. Offside against Stege Lostenstad. And you now begin to look at the clock in the top corner of the screen. We've played more than 76 minutes. Dunfermline still ahead, and the clock now is a big problem for Rangers.
Yeah, you can tell that the fans are getting a bit restless at the moment as well, and the 14 minutes to go.
And he's looking at his watch as well. Craig Brewster has turned in another 5-star performance for his team. But when you've turned 37, it's time to get the slippers on Sunday afternoon at one point.
That's enough for him, Rob, today. He's been excellent all day. He's flick-ons, he's caused Rangers all sorts of problems. Have to change their formation against free kicks against him.
You have a lie down there.
Yeah, I think he's a retired man tonight. He's put in a great shift for the side.
Noel Hunt, the replacement. A different kind of striker for Rangers to face up to. Shot at Arveladze, trying to make things happen for Rangers. Not like that. And Peter Lovenkran's holding his arms wide and saying, what did you expect me to do with that? They've been winning narrowly of late, Rangers, but they've been winning. And they can't really contemplate what a defeat here might mean. Wixon's throw. Austinstad tried to get on the end of it, but he couldn't beat Lee Bullen. Flicked on by Mason. Bob Malcolm has it. And now Chris Burke. Manoli's cross, useful for Arveladze. Took a deflection on its way wide to corner.
It's decent play again from Rangers. Good witty pass from Chris Burke and a good delivery from Vanoli.
Great timing on the shot from Arveladze. Not a lot of backlift there, but he just guided it. In the fade of a deflection, it's a corner. In from Vanoli, right into the 6-yard box again. And again it's good goalkeeping from Derek Stilley. He's answered every question so far, and there were a lot of bodies in front of him there that he had to get through to get the punch.
Yeah, obviously Derek Stilley isn't the biggest goalie in the world, so he feels that a punch is better, he gets more height with his punch. And he's done well, he's punched maybe the last 4 or 5 corners, but it's good enough.
Chris Burke with a hopeful ball. Bullen intercepted, now Mason. Oh, striking Noel Hunt on the back. And Noel Hunt with a history of mixing it with Rangers players on that touchline. He featured, of course, in the incident which got Barry Ferguson sent off last season. Didn't endear him to the Rangers fans. He obviously picks his targets. It was Fernando Wixon that time. Minutes on the clock, 10 plus stoppage time left. Rangers remain 1 down for Stevie Crawford's goal, and Noel Hunt is onside against Vanoli. Kept out, no chance he was going to get some obstruction claim upheld there. Jimmy Calderwood determined that his team gets what they deserve. 31 years since Dunfermline beat Rangers in a league game, 4-3 at Ibrox, 1972. Looking to rewrite those record books, Dunfermline. 15 years since they beat Rangers in any competition. Chris Burke's cross. Well dealt with again at the back post by Lee Bullen.
The Rangers have scored a lot of goals late on in games, Rob, and we've still got to remember that, you know. We've got to remember that they still got us only in the last final 10 minutes, but they're well capable of getting a goal.
Arveladze to Hughes. Chris Burke in behind Barry Nicholson. Well, he did that bit well, but the pull back wasn't good enough.
He does the right thing, he gets to the full-back and gets the ball in. I felt Skeller could have covered the Barry Nicholson more there. They need someone coming in a wee bit of help for him.
Free kick going against the challenge of Hughes on Hunt.
I think that's frustration more than anything from Stephen Hughes because you side aren't winning. Not a great deal on that. Yeah, it's just frustration on his part.
Will Hunt always seems to get some treatment when he comes up against Rangers. Nicholson with the free kick. And it almost fell for Stevie Crawford. It's an own goal! Paolo Vanoli beats Stefan Klos. Rangers are now surely beaten by the most bizarre of goals. It looked like they'd escaped the penalty claim as Paolo Vanoli touched the ball into the corner of his own net.
Great header from Andy Todd. Everybody hesitated there thinking it was a handball. What a bizarre goal, Rob.
I think there should have been a penalty as well when you see the ball flicking off Brixton. There's the arm of Vanoli. Would it have been a penalty? We may never know. It doesn't matter because Paolo Vanoli touched the ball back to where he hoped Stefan Klos would be. Agonisingly, it crawled across the line.
I think you can see it. He just slipped slightly there as well, Stefan Klos.
2-0 Dunfermline.
See how much it means to Jimmy Calderwood.
7 minutes from time. Chris Burke tries to play it in. Dunfermline force it clear. Just when we were talking about Rangers' ability to score late on, it's Dunfermline who've got that all-important goal.
Yeah. Andy Todd was signalling for the ball at the back stick because he obviously felt he could get his head on some crosses.
Paolo Vanoli still with that look of disbelief on his face. And the Dunfermline supporters suggesting that it's all fairly straightforward at the moment. 2-0 they lead. One early from Stevie Crawford and one completely unscripted late from Paolo Vanoli. Peter Lovenkrantz with the cross. Waiting Bob Malcolm. Chris Burke skimmed the crossbar on its way over the top. And if Rangers do get a goal back now, there is still hope.
Great technique from Chris Burke, just gets over it, just slightly too much. That's a great effort.
Derek Stilley was beaten this time, yeah, and it just scraped the crossbar. 85 minutes gone. Only 6 shots on goal from Dunfermline, all on target, 2 goals. And one of those shots from Paolo Vanoli, which was a tale of the unexpected. Rangers heading towards what would be a dramatic defeat. And it could be a defining moment in the destination of the Scottish Premier League title. You don't really want to let Celtic get 8 points away from you and have serious hopes of clawing it back. The Old Firm match coming up on the 3rd of January, and for Rangers it promises to take on even more significance. Clears, Andy Todd nods it back. Bob Malcolm over the top for Peter Lovenkrantz, forced out by Lee Bullen. Back to Fernando Rickson. Skerla stoops to get the header right. Darren Young has it. Dunfermline now just want to keep possession as much as possible.
play from Darren Young there. He's realising he has to keep the ball. Want to play on Stevie Crawford's feet. A good link play again. It's all about possession for him now.
Not much more than 3 minutes of regulation time left at East End Park. And how much blame is the pitch going to get, I wonder, for this Rangers defeat?
Well, there'll be a big debate after the match, obviously, won't there? But I just feel overall it's not been about the pitch. I think the hunger of the Dunfermline side for the whole match has been that wee bit more than Rangers. It's been a difficult week for Alec McLeish.
What a way to settle it, though, Dunfermline, if indeed they are to hold out for victory. It should have been a penalty, it wasn't. Paolo Vanoli, having escaped with the concession of the penalty, proceeded to tuck the ball past Stefan Klos.
Yeah, bizarre to say the least. It was really stopped to claim for it, the penalty kick, and then he just knocked it past Klos.
One goal at each end now for Paolo Vanoli. For Rangers, a blistering long-range effort at Ibrox against Dundee. And now an own goal to add to his tally as well at Dunfermline.
Alex had a difficult week, Rob, hasn't he? And this is a guy who delivered the treble to Rangers in the summer. There's no doubt he's a fantastic manager, but it's a difficult period for him at the moment. I'm sure they'll come out of it. It's a difficult period for him right now.
No great reason for Alec McLeish to be celebrating his second anniversary as Rangers manager at the moment. Out of the Champions League, out of the UEFA Cup, and today it could be out of the league.
Yeah, it's all within their hands still. We have to play Celtic 3 more times, but
it's a tall order, isn't it?
It is a tall order.
Stephen Hughes did well to get himself out of a tight situation. We're now in the 89th minute. Hitting Berg's crossfield pass, finds Chris Burke. Shot at Arveladze. That was out. One's happy, one's not. Jimmy Calderwood looking at his watch, Alec McLeish looking at his. They've got different views on how the next few minutes should pass.
I don't think Rangers have played that badly in the second half, Rob, to be honest. You know, I think they've got themselves back into the match. Just the final third, I think, have been a big letdown. And I think they've lacked a wee bit of invention with something maybe like the well to give them.
Paolo Vanoli's pass to Egil Ostenstad. They need it in the box and they need it in quickly. In from Burke. Vanoli was up. Played away by Gary Mason. 90 minutes gone at East End Park. Into stoppage time. 2 to go. 2-0 Dunfermline. Stevie Crawford in the first half. Paolo Vanoli's own goal looks to have sealed it. Ball down the line for Paolo Vanoli. Can he make up for his error? No. Rickson probing, but to no great effect. It's surely mission impossible for Rangers. 1 minute to go, 2 goals needed. Rickson wide to Lovenkrantz. Gary Mason there. Man of the match, Derek.
Yeah, without doubt for me, Craig Brewster. He set up the first goal in the first half and just think he caused Rangers all sorts of problems in the first half. It took them to the second half to organise it and put Bob Malcolm in front of him to stop him playing. He was so effective. A big part of Dunfermline's play, especially in the first half.
He could have looked happier. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds between Dunfermline and an historic victory. And you can't say they haven't deserved it. They've coped with what Rangers have thrown at them in the second half. They've played with a lot of poise, a lot of purpose. They've known exactly what they were doing here today, and they've carried out their manager's instructions to the letter.
Yeah, without doubt, their game plan was excellent. They thoroughly deserved the victory today, Rob.
Dunfermline have beaten Rangers for the first time in the league in 31 years. Paolo Vanoli's own goal sealed it. 7 minutes from time. Stevie Crawford had got Dunfermline going 4 minutes in. Jimmy Calderwood can feel highly satisfied with that performance from his team. They moved to within 3 points of Hearts in third place. Rangers are 8 points behind Celtic. Derek Stilley played a big part in goals. He was very professional in everything he did, but it was a glorious team performance really from Dunfermline. They defended well. Scott Wilson was a standout. Andy Todd alongside him as well. They were strong at the back. They kept possession in midfield. They were creative as well. And that old 1-2 up front, the old partnership of Crawford and Brewster was working as well as it normally does. This could be a momentous day in the story of where the title ends up. Here's the man of the match.
Craig, it was your birthday yesterday. I've got the champagne here for you to celebrate it. Grand old man and grand old performance. You played well, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought the first half we really played well. We sort of hung on there a bit second half, but I think we got a Rangers team today that was a wee bit low on confidence, so we got them at the right time, and a vital 3 points just keeps the ball rolling for us.
Let's deal with this point immediately. How much of a factor was the pitch?
We've put the pitch out of our minds now. We've just got to get on with it. You know, it's not grass check, but at the end of the day, we just got to get on with it, and a vital 3 points for us.
But is it a factor? I mean, you've adapted to it. You've had a few games now on it. Rangers come fresh to that today.
Yeah, sure. The longer it goes, the more we're getting used to it. And for Rangers or any team coming, they get 1 day before the game to try it out. So we certainly have an advantage, and we've got to use it.
A real belief in yourselves as this Dunfermline team. We know about your partnership with Stevie Crawford. What was the future for you? You're 37 now.
Well,
you're claiming to be in it.
Aye. Well, I've got the passport to prove it. I've just got to keep it going. If the guys keep running off the ball like they do, especially the first half there, I can keep going for a wee while longer.
And this Dunfermline side improving all the time?
Yeah, we've got the confidence there, and it shows you there the first time we've beat Rangers in a long time. So the confidence is now high.
Right, the goals, Stevie Crawford, it was a gem, and of course you like to get that early. We can have a look at that.
Oh, delighted. Yeah, long ball from Stilley, and I've just helped it on, and Stevie does his usual, got an end it, and a great finish over Kloss.
Yeah,
and I think that just gave us a right confidence there, and we see the second goal, we're claiming for a penalty. Vanoli just tries to knock it back to Kloss, and the ball's just in off the inside of the post, and there was no coming back there.
Yeah, that just eases all the pressure for you. You begin to wonder when you see the film playing like that, why it's been 31 years since you beat them.
I don't know what it, because Rangers usually play well against us and dominate us, but today I think the first half performance just proved that we are a match.
The old lives are going well. Bank of Scotland, man of the match, champagne, and happy birthday.
Very much,
all the best.
Very much.
Thanks, Craig.
Thanks.
Yes, Big Brewer deserved man of the match. That's one of the most significant results of the season so far, without a doubt.